This conference will now be recorded.
Let's start. So today we'll see how to create custom BAPI creation. Okay. Yeah. So for creating the custom BAPI, we need to follow some steps. One is we need to create the function module using what BAPI standards. Okay. The first step is we need to create the function module using BAPI standards. Then create the business object. Create the business object integrating the function module with API methods. Okay, create the business object integrating the function module with API method. Then we need to release the business object. We need to release the business object and check the entry in BOR business object repository. Okay, then we can access the that's all. Right. So once the business object is available, we can access the what BAPI function module from ABAP level and API method from legacy application. So they are the steps we need to follow whenever you want to create the custom BAPI. Make clear. So the scenario I explained yesterday is what something like this. So assume that in your project you will create some custom table, some Z table. Okay. Our agenda is what we need to maintain the data for this table from ABAP environment as well as from what non-SAP system. So what we will do here, we will create the BAPI function model, which is responsible for inserting the data into the table. Okay, and this BAPI function model I cannot directly call from legacy application. So what we will do, we'll create the business object integrating the function model with what API method. So here we'll create what an API method which is linked with the function model, so that the legacy programmer will call the API method. This API method will internally call what BAPI function model. Okay, so if you are an ABAP consultant, just you write the ABAP program to call what the function model which will insert the data into the table. So this is the scenario. Hope it's clear, right? Understood? So let us create the function model using what BAPI standards. Before that, our requirement is this function model has to insert the data into what the table. So let us consider one table. Okay, I can take standard table or I can take what custom table. Let me go for a custom table for simplicity. So I'll create one table or I'll take what some existing what I'll take this field, this table. Or is the table Z9M ENP. Understood? So this table has got some 4 fields: employee number, employee name, designation in what department, number. Okay. So if you go to the contents, this table has got some 16 entries. Understood? Already the table is there. Or else let me quickly create our own table. I'll create our own table. So I'll say Z1030 EMP. I'll quickly create the table, employee table. right? So I'm creating the table. Right. So the table is created with what? Three columns: employee number, employee name, and employee designation. This table doesn't have any data as of now. Doesn't have any data. Okay. So our requirement is we need to create the BAPI function model which has to insert the data into this table, and the same functionality I should be able to access it from what? Legacy application. Is it clear? So what are the steps you have to follow? You have to create the function model using what? BAPI standards. One of the standard is this function model should be in a transportable package. Function model should be in transportable package. It should not be in the local object. Okay. So let us create one package. So what is the table name? Z1030. So I'll create one package. I'll go to object navigator. Understood? I'm trying to create the package. Hope everyone knows how to create the package. Okay. So I'll go to object navigator SCAT. I'll choose package. I'll provide the package name. Let me give it as something Z1030 package. Does not exist. Create the package. I'll just give some description. Right. So the package is created. The name of the package is Z1030 pack. Right. Okay. So we are done with what? We are ready with the database table Z1030FA, and the package is also available. Now we need to create the function model using what? BAPI standards. Okay. So what is the signature I have to take for this function model? Finish. This function model has to insert the record into the table. So what is the signature that I have to take for the function model? Finish. I have to write the logic to insert the record into the table. So what should be the parameters of this particular function model? Hmm? Irfan? Sorry? Hmm? Naresh? My question is, this function model should insert the record into the table. So what should be the signature of the function model? I mean to say, what are the parameters of this particular function model that I have to take? Kashima? Hmm? Ramakrishna? Naveen?
Input parameters like table,
Like what? Correct?
table fields,
You have to import a work area of what type? Table structure. Okay. How do you insert the record into the table? How do you insert one record to the table? Insert database table from what? Work area. Yes or no? So I require a work area. Na? This work area should have the same structure as that of what? Database table. So what I have to do in the function model import section, right? I need to take some work area, which should be type what? Our table name. What is the table name? Z1030M. Am I clear? Then what is the problem here? Irfan? Why you have not told? This is simple, na? Then why? We should know what you have to take was. No one will tell us. Hmm. Okay, okay, right. So here, what is the first standard we have followed? Function model should be stored in what? What? It should be stored in what? Transportable package. Anyhow, we have created the package. Okay. So let us create one function model, and the next this thing is function model should start with what? BAPI underscore. function model name should start with what? BAPI underscore. Okay. Transportable package. As it says, you store it in local object. Check whether it's working on. Okay. Right. Function model name should start with what? BAPI underscore. Next, function model should be what? Remote enabled. Understood? Then function model parameters should be passed by value. Okay. Then function model reference parameters should start with what? BAPI. Function model reference parameter should start with BAPI. Okay. Then function module reference parameters should be either a structured or a structure field. Function model reference parameter should be either a structure or a structure field. Okay. Function model must contain what? A return parameter of type what? BAPI return or BAPI return 1 or BAPI what? BAPI ret 1 or BAPI ret 2. Okay. Function model should not contain commit or what? Rollback statements. It can contain, it is not must, it can contain call to function models BAPI underscore transaction underscore commit or BAPI underscore transaction underscore rollback. So these are the standards that we need to follow whenever you are developing the BAPI function model. Okay. If these standards are followed, then only we can create what? API method. If the standards are not followed, while creating the API method will give error. So we have to make sure that these standards are followed. Is it clear? So if you take any standard function model also, suppose if I take BAPI underscore metal underscore save data, if you see most of the parameters, first of all, it is starting with what? BAPI underscore. Okay. Right. It is stored in what? A transportable package. It should be what? Remote enabled. And all the parameters are passed by value. Okay. And the parameter references must start with what? BAPI. BAPI or BAPI underscore is also fine. But start with what? BAPI. Okay. And these references must be either what? A structure or it can be a structure field. It can be a structure or one of the structure field. Okay, so we need to follow this particular standards, and every BAPI should contain what? A written parameter of what? These things. Done. So our agenda is what? We need to create a function model to insert the record into the table just now we have created Z1030EF. So let us create the function model. So where do we create the function model? Function builder. We require one function group now. I think already we are having a group. What is that? Z1030F group. Or else let me create Z1030. Sorry, what I have to create? Function group. Okay, let me check this. Yeah, Z1030 group is already there, but I don't know whether it contains all. Okay, I'll use this. What is that? Z1030 group is a function group. So I'll use the same function group. So I'll go to function builder SC37. I'll give the function model name as, since it is a custom, you have to start with what? Z or what? Y. Z BAPI underscore 1030 underscore insert underscore what? EN. Understood? So first step is I'm creating what? Function model. I'm going to create the function model using what? BAPI standards. Is it clear? Z BAPI underscore 1030 insert EMP. Create. What is the function group? Z1030 group. I'll provide some description. BAPI function model to insert what? To insert employee records. Okay, save it. It is reserved for SAP. Done. So, what is the other standard? Where I saved it? Oh, sorry. I saved it in what? $TL. But it should be stored in what? Package. Okay. Now, how to move this to package? Huh? Correct. Go to object directory entry. Understood? Yeah. What I have to do? What is the package? Z1030 pack. Z1030 pack. Okay, I can choose the same request or I can go for new request. Right? Continue. So it is stored in a transportable package. What happened? Not changed. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Z1030 pack. So what is the other standard? Should be what? Remote enabled. I'll choose remote enabled. I'll go to import. I have to pass the work area now. So I'll say I underscore EMP. Type. What is our table name? Z1030 EM. Understood? So can I call it as a work area? Yes, it is referring to what? A table. It is referring to a table. So it's nothing but a work area. Done. I have to pass by what? Value. Pass by value. Done. Then I'll take what? Export parameter. Return. Type what? Copy. Return. Okay. Reference parameters are